The Mind is the Standard of the Man by Melissa Blankenship. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. taught that greatness does not begin on the outside of a life, but on the inside of a mind. Long before the world sees a person's achievements, the mind has already whispered identity, shaped vision, and prepared the spirit for purpose. His message reminds us that the mind is the standard of the man. We rise or fall based on the stories we tell ourselves, the expectations we carry, and the truths we choose to believe. Our thoughts become our compass, our beliefs form our foundation, and our mindset becomes the blueprint we intentionally design for our own lives. Scripture supports this idea. Proverbs 23:7 states, "For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he." What we repeatedly meditate on becomes the pattern of our becoming. We rise to the level of what we expect, and we build our lives according to the blueprint we hold internally. Each thought contributes to that design, each and every single one. When we think small, the blueprint shrinks. When we think fearfully, the structure weakens. But when we think in faith, purpose, and possibility, the blueprint strengthens and expands to match the greatness God has placed within us. Positive self talk is not merely emotional encouragement, it is a form of construction. Every affirmation becomes a brick, every declaration a beam, and every belief the beginning of a new room in the house of who we are becoming. Speaking life builds a life worthy of living. Speaking truth builds strength that cannot be shaken. Speaking purpose builds a blueprint capable of carrying the future we are stepping into. Dr. King often spoke of somebodyness, urging people to embrace their inherent worth, not from a place of pride, but as a sacred truth about their identity. This message emphasized that worth is not earned, it is recognized. Dignity is not granted by society, it is already given by God. When individuals understand their worth, they begin to live differently. They design their lives with excellence instead of settling for mere survival. They set standards rooted in purpose rather than in fear. And they carry themselves with clarity because they know who they are and whose they are. This is the power of a disciplined mind. It does not wait for circumstances to confirm greatness. It believes it first, builds it next, and lives it boldly. A strong mindset does not grow in comfort, but through intention. It strengthens each time we examine our thoughts and refuse to let old patterns dictate our future. It grows when we replace I can't with I can, and we shift from maybe to I will. And when we trust that God has a plan for us, even when the next step feels uncertain or unclear. Manifestation begins long before any blessings arrives. It begins at the blueprint level. A renewed mindset is not an escape, it is ownership. It reflects the moment we decide that our lives will be guided by intention, purpose, and faith rather than reaction, fear, or doubt. When we adopt this mindset, we manifest resilience by refusing to let hardships write our entire story. We manifest excellence by expecting more from ourselves and acting on that expectation. We manifest healing by speaking truth over our wounds and breaking patterns that no longer serve us. We manifest purpose when we choose integrity, humility, consistency, and love, even when those choices are difficult or unseen. As Romans 12:2 teaches, transformation begins with the renewing of our minds. When we redraw the internal blueprint, the external structure of our lives must eventually rise to meet it. Dr. King lived by a blueprint far ahead of his time. He carried an internal vision of justice, dignity, and unity long before society reflected those values back to him. This inner architecture guided him through darkness, strengthened him through danger, and anchored him when hatred and opposition pressed in on every side. His life demonstrated that when the blueprint within us is built on conviction, faith, purpose, we can withstand forces designed to break us. A strong inner design creates an unshakable outer life. Today, we are called to build ourselves with that same determination. While we cannot control every circumstance, we can control the blueprint we construct within. We cannot always choose what happens to us, but we can choose how we interpret it, how we rise from it, and how we allow it to shape the future we are building. This inner work is sacred. It is the work of choosing to believe we are worthy of healing, growth, opportunity, and the life God envisioned for us. Strengthening our mindset strengthens the path beneath our feet. It prepares us for doors we have not yet reached and builds the habits, resilience, and clarity that turns dreams into plans and plans into reality. As we build these lives, we also build something far greater: legacy. Our beliefs today form the foundation of the future we leave behind. Our mindset becomes an inheritance, our courage becomes a lineage, and our blueprint becomes evidence that what we believe shapes what we become. Legacy is formed not by waiting for others to lift us, but by rising from within and building lives that will speak long after we are gone. Because once the mind believes, the life must follow. And like Dr. King, we will follow with courage, with conviction, and with purpose until the blueprint within us becomes a legacy beyond us. Thank you.